All right, welcome back. I have another adult contact story, and I want to have the kids leave the room on this one. I was working Vice, but we got assigned to a special task force. We were investigating people, a couple of men that were killing a lot of prostitutes. And I won't name what this is because it'll identify a lot of things here. But there was a lot of us working this. Got a lot of clues. And the clues, a lot of clues we got were prostitutes, high-level prostitutes, calling in because they thought their customers were these particular individuals. And the individuals that I'm talking about, the suspects, had a propensity to strangle women while they were raping them. Okay, and then ultimately they killed them. So that's their MO, is to strangle women during sex. So we'd get calls, believe it or not, from high-class prostitutes. And this is one of them. I got the clue. She gave me the name, his driver's license, because she got his credit card, because it's high money here. So I found out, I looked him up, found out where he lived, found out where he worked. I'm trying to condense this story. Went down to his work, to his secretary, identified myself. I want to talk to him. She told me, of course, since it's his secretary, he's not in, which is a lie. So I left my business card and I left. Well, a couple of 3 days later, I call. He's still not in. A couple of days, because I have other cases I'm working, so I'm just doing him as I go along. Third time, went down there. He's not in. I turned out. I saw him in the parking lot. He got in his car and he took off. Okay, he's getting out of there. Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me. That's fine. So I went to my supervisor and I told him. He says, "Well, do you know where he lives?" Yep. So, well, we work 7 days a week on this thing, so I suggest Saturday morning at 7 o'clock you knock on his home, and if he doesn't want to talk to you, bring him downtown. No problem. Because I was already PO'd already. I don't like to spend that much time, valuable time, away from the citizenry, chasing these guys that don't want to talk to me. You talk to me, it's over. Okay? Okay, fine. So we got up. So we go up there, expensive place up in the hills of Hollywood. 7 in the morning on a Saturday, knock on the door. He opens the door. How you doing? Identified myself, tries to close the door. I have a size 13 shoe. He ain't closing that door on me. I push the door open. He's standing there. I said, "We're talking." He says, "No, we're not." I said, "Okay, we're going to talk here or we're going downtown." And I took out my handcuffs. He looked at me. He was in shock. He goes, "You take me in?" I said, "In a heartbeat. You're about 5 seconds from going in. 4, 3. I'll talk here. I'll talk. Fine, let's go in here." So we go into his den. His wife comes out. I said, "Well, before we got there," I'm trying to back up. I said, "You might want to," he said, "I want my wife present." I said, "Well, this is kind of sensitive stuff. I think you probably would like to have it confidential." I want my wife there. I said, "Okay." I had a partner with me, so I have a witness. This is what he wanted. Go in the den, the wife shows up, she sits down, he sits down, big dining room table, expensive home. That table will probably cost more than my car, okay? What's this all, he's like, "What's this all about?" Very highfalutin, looking down at a high school graduate. It's fine. I don't take this stuff serious. I don't take it personal. I'm a policeman, okay? All of us are high school graduates. Crying out loud. So I go, okay, open up my briefcase. My partner looks at me. I gave him a look. I had a stack of Polaroids that the prostitute had given me of him. So I opened up the envelope, and right in front of his witness wife, I said, "Can you explain these?" And I fan him out on the table, and I just sat there. He looked down. She looked down. The look on their faces, I wish I had a camera, okay? He went from this to this. And she looked at me and looked at him. "You want anything to do with me?" She goes, "USOB, you effing this, you effing," and she was gone. And I can hear her running through the house, walking away, yelling his name in vain and F words and F bombs. And he's looked at me and I go, "Now, let's talk." And he goes, "That was cold." I said, "I've got 5 dead women. You think I really care what you think? Now, explain these." And let me say what's on the picture, since you have the children out of the room, I hope. It was Polaroids of him with this prostitute. Most of the time he was naked. He had a ball in his mouth, tied. A lot of times he was hunched over on all fours. He had items stuck into his behind, things that women use for their front. I don't want to be too gross on this, but he had items stuck in his rectum. And then she had mask on. She was dominating him. He was submissive. All kinds of weird stuff. He had clips on his nipples. This was bizarre. Okay, and obviously he liked to be choked and choked while they were having sex, and that's why she called us, because she was worried that she might have had, somebody like this. And so he told me the whole thing. He told me everything. Got her in that. He's been with her for years. Blah blah blah. Okay, fine. That's all. Okay, fine. I asked him if you ever had a record. Didn't have a record because I'm asking him questions I know the answers to because I want to see if he's lying to me. He didn't lie to me at all. Okay, except not wanting to talk to me, obviously. So I said, okay, fine. So I picked up all my Polaroids and all my files. I said, do you have any questions for me? Here's my business card. And I told him, I said, in the future, an officer wants to talk to you. We could have done this in your office. I could have been out of your office in 10 minutes. But you don't play games here. I don't play games. I get salaried by the citizenry to do my job in an efficient manner. And chasing you around all over town is not an efficient manner. So that ended this morning. Just for the future. Next time you'll probably be handcuffed. Yes, detective. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. My whole partner's sitting there the whole time. We get in our car, very professional. He closed the door. We get in our car. We go down around the corner, and we laughed all the way back to the station because we thought, man, if that had been my wife, we were talking about it. And so, man, you never know. And instead of being a smart mouth and a smart ISS, just answer. If you're innocent, just answer the questions, and you're gone. That's all there is to it. You don't have to come up and grab an attorney and all this stuff for what? And I don't know what happened to him. Probably she might have divorced him. Maybe she left with him, stayed with him. Maybe he's got a lot of money. Who knows? Anyway, so just a word of the wise. You might want to consider telling the truth and talking to somebody if they ask for you. Anyway, that's my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.